you guys, it's Brandy Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. So listen, we're going to get into a new show called Ladies Who List Atlanta Season 1, Episode 1 review. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so let's get into Ladies Who List Atlanta. Overall, this episode was okay. It was kind of slow, but we're gonna get into some things. We first meet Kiera and Kiana. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Kiera and Kiana. Kiera is a luxury agent, which means she's, a real estate agent, and she sells luxury homes. So I'm guessing her clientele is like, celebrities, athletes, people with a lot of money and things of that nature. Kiana is a broker. So they're, by the poolside, they're talking, and Kiana lets us know that she likes Kiera because of how she defends herself. She posted a picture of her in a bikini on her IG, and people came at her, calling her basically calling her unprofessional because they feel like, if you're a professional woman, you shouldn't be posting on your IG bikini pics, which I don't understand. She does have a personal life outside of her work life, and if she want to be in a bikini and it is her IG, so she can do that if she wants to. I don't understand why people would trip over that. Kiana lets us know that she grew up in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and she's from the projects. And she says that it's called the projects for a reason. They feel like people should, people who come from the projects have a mentality that they can't grow, they can't be successful, they can't be educated. That's what she said. That's not what I'm saying. That's what she said. I'm kind of summing up what she said. And she didn't want to do that. She felt like she can be successful, and she got into real estate because it can make her a lot of money. Okay. So then we meet Robin and Miss Crystal. Robin is a mess. We gonna get into Miss Robin here in a minute. Robin is a mess. I can see why she doesn't have any friends. Homegirl is exhausting. She's very exhausting, and it kind of annoyed me towards the end when she was having a conversation with Crystal. But let's go ahead. Robin is a broker. Crystal is a closing agent. They're meeting up, and Robin is telling Crystal that she's working on something, but she doesn't say exactly what she's working on to Crystal. And I kind of understand that. When you're working on something, you want to make sure you got all your ducks in a row to make sure what you're working on actually happens. Because if you're working on it and you tell people and it don't happen, they kind of looking at you crazy. So I get that. Robin is a single parent. She was not married, and Crystal lets us know that she grew up in a privileged lifestyle. She pretty much lets us know that, she's always been an entrepreneur. I think she said she had a dog walking company. Then when she got into college, she had a cleaning company. So her mindset has always been an entrepreneur. She did grow up in a privileged lifestyle, which is opposite of Miss Kiana and Robin, who grew up, who kind of have humble beginnings. So she kind of had the support of her family, and she grew up in a 2-parent household. So she lets us know that from the gate. Robin is in the middle of closing on a house, and she is meeting up with a famous YouTuber and a Fenty model. I don't know who this. I've never heard of them, but they making a lot of money because the house that they are closing on is beautiful. It is big, and I need to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and stick with this YouTube because one day that can be me. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with it in hopes of one day, getting a house like that. Okay, so we meet Tiana and Tiffany. Tiana is a luxury agent, and Tiffany is a closing attorney. It wasn't a whole lot going there. They were at the park with their kids. They have different parenting styles. It wasn't a whole lot going on with them in that conversation, okay? So Crystal and Robin talk about starting their own brokerage. So apparently in Atlanta, all the brokerage are ran by white people, okay? And a lot of the black real estate agents are answering to those brokerage. So she has a good idea. Robin has a good idea of opening, a black owned brokerage, which I'm here for. And I'm here for it, black owned businesses, black owned everything. I'm here for that. And Crystal is here for it. However, she says that Robin doesn't play in the sandbox well with other people, meaning that she does not have good relationships with other women. Okay. Which I can see why she doesn't. So immediately, now Crystal and Robin are friends. So I feel like if we're friends, I should be able to have an honest conversation with you and say, hey, look, sis, look, friend, we want to do this, but you got to work on this so we can get to this. Okay. You got to take care of A before we can get to B and C. I feel like as friends, we should be able to be honest with each other. And I think that was the mindset Crystal was, that was her mindset going into this conversation with Robin. But Robin got so defensive. She's like, why are you picking on my personality? Why are you, you think everything is going to be miscongeniality? No, I'm not saying all the women are going to be miscongeniality, but you're my friend and I'm going to talk to you because you have told me that you don't get along with other women. And then from Robin's perspective, she says, well, she felt like Crystal was using something against her that she had told her. And I'm like, well, if you told her that and you're now coming to her saying that you want to work with women and you've told her that you don't work well with women, why not as her friend? Why not as your friend? Would she sit down and have an honest conversation with you and see like, look, you have great ideas, but I'm going to need you to work on this so we can be successful at this. Why would you take it as something negative? And she's being all dramatic. Now, mind you, they're in Crystal's office and she's threatening to throw a drink at Crystal. I said, Crystal a better bitch than me, because I said, bitch, if you throw something at me, I'm gonna knock your ass out and you're gonna be on that goddamn floor. Okay. So I was kind of like, I don't like that because y'all are friends. And it's really not that serious for you to be threatening her to throw a drink in her face. Like that was too much. That was too much. Okay, so Kiana is showing a house to Crystal. So this is Crystal from the show Sisters. She's going back and forth from LA to Atlanta, and she's looking for a house. House is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I'm not really into modern homes like that. I'm more traditional when it comes to homes. But that home was beautiful. That upstairs and the outside and upstairs, beautiful, gorgeous. So Crystal is the closing attorney. So Crystal and Kiana, they have a rapport with each other. So Crystal invites Kiana to the dinner. So now Robin and Crystal are trying to do this dinner where Crystal is going to kind of pitch her idea to the other ladies. And Crystal is inviting Kiana, but Kiana is letting her know that she has some issues with Robin. And the issue was, I guess during the pandemic, nothing was selling. And she was, I forget what she was trying to open up something or open up a business, but she couldn't do it because something with the contract. Y'all go watch the show because it was confusing to me. I really didn't understand because it's real estate lingo and I don't really understand it all that well. But basically she asked Robin for a favor because she has a rapport with Robin. Her and Robin have a relationship. I think at some point they were friends and Robin charged her. And I really want to, kind of dive more into that because I'm wondering if it's something that if she went to somebody else, would they have charged her for that? Or did she take advantage of the fact that her and Robin are friends and she thought Robin was going to do it for free versus going to somebody else to do it and they may have charged her? I mean, I don't know what all that entails, but it sounds like she, asked Robin for a favor and Robin tried to charge her. And it may have been something Robin was doing, kind of messed up because Crystal was kind of surprised by it. And, it was during the pandemic, so it's not like there was a whole lot of money going around. I think the real estate market kind of suffered because of the pandemic. So I think she was reaching out to Robin like, "Hey sister, we in the same industry. Come help me out. I need your help." And so I understand it from that perspective, especially now because now she wants Kiana to do her a favor or to collab with her on something to make her, plan, come to fruition. So it's kind of like it goes to show you can't do people all kinds of fucked up because one day you might need that person. And I think that's the situation between Kiana and Robin. And if Kiana says no, yes, it's petty, but I wouldn't be mad at it because it's like, damn, when I needed you, you kind of just shitted on me. Now you want something from me. Like, come on now. Okay, so Crystal is talking to her sister, Cecilia. Cecilia is her business manager. And she's basically, kind of expressing her frustrations about her friendship with Robin. And basically saying, listen, I can't have a conversation with her. She's always threatening me and this, that, and the third. And to me, I don't understand how one can be friends with someone like that. Like, I can't say shit to you unless I'm agreeing with you all the time. So it seems like Robin just wants a do girl. She wants someone to kiss her ass and to tell her she's right and not hold her accountable. I'm not that friend. Okay. If you fucked up, you fucked up. And hopefully if you're my friend, you can hold me accountable on my bullshit too. So it is what it is. Um, okay, so Tiana is having an open brokerage. Tiana, Tiffany, and Kiara, they're all there, and they all talk about Robin. Kiara says that she has a issue with Crystal. So I don't know. This whole situation sounded kind of forced to me. It sounded forced and also sounded kind of petty and stupid to me. So she said she saw Crystal at a Kanye West concert, and they basically, she asked her, "Well, do I know you?" And she was like, "Well, we went out to dinner together." I'm just like, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe she forgot. I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, that drama seems kind of forced. I'm hoping that they kind of dove into it a little bit more the next episode, but to me, that whole situation just sounded silly. And there's also some friction between Crystal and Tiffany because they're the two, I guess, women of color that's the closing attorneys. They've never collaborated because there's nothing for them to collaborate on. And it sounds like they're in competition with each other because they're the only two women of color or black women. I think Tiffany, she looks like she's either biracial or she may be Latino. I don't know. But they're the only two women of color there that are closing agents. So if you're wanting to go to either one of them, you have to choose. So I think there's some friction between them two as well. Okay. Okay, so Crystal and Robin meet up. Robin says that she usually doesn't meet up with people who pissed her off. Crystal said that Robin was rude by yelling at her in her office. So it's like it immediately she's not taking accountability. Like she doesn't see her part in it. She feels like she was under attack. She was attacking her, but I'm like, no, this was an important conversation to have because you're trying to go into business with other women who you say in the past you don't get along with, but now you want to go into business with them. So you're going to have to figure out how to get along with these people if you want to collaborate them on a business venture. It was a professional conversation she was having to you as your friend, and you got defensive because it's not something you wanted to hear. You don't think you're that way. Actually, she does think she knows she that way because she said it out her own mouth that she don't play well with others. So it's like you can't get mad when someone is bringing that up as a concern because you're about to be in a situation where you're going to be working with other people. So you might want to fix whatever you got going on that's going to prevent you from working with other people. So I didn't understand that. So what happened? So Robin felt like Crystal was belittling her by laughing, and I'm kind of like Crystal at this point. Like you're funny. Like I wasn't mad at her for laughing at at Robin, because Robin was it was funny, like the audacity of you to think that you can just come to my office, threaten to throw a drink in my face, and I'm supposed to not say what I'm really feeling. Like, that's crazy. It seems like she wants a one-sided friendship, and that's not something Crystal is willing to give her. It was just crazy. Robin starts calling no, Crystal starts calling her crazy. She says, you don't talk about my mental capability. It was just team too much. And it got so petty and so stupid. Then she says, I don't want to be your friend anyway. You want to be my friend. I'm just like, bitch, like, when did this get petty? Like, when did this get it was stupid, and it was childish the way she was acting and responding. I'm like, are they editing this, or is this how she really is? Because she Robin was just team too much for me, and I was like, I literally cannot be friends with somebody like that. That is exhausting. They literally zap the life out of you, because they're always the victim. They never did anything wrong. It's you and not them. They can say whatever they want, and if you challenge them on it, you're wrong. So it is what it is. So they ended up, kind of piecing it up, getting together, and they're that dinner that they're gonna have is gonna happen next episode. So that's it for Ladies Who List Atlanta. Overall, we're gonna stick to it. We're gonna stick to it and see how it goes. It looks like Robin about to be a mess. Robin is definitely about to be a mess. Y'all let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about this show. Do y'all want me to continue to review it? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, toodles.